much generally good at running straight or running straight in a deep post. So,
hey man, Randy Moss made a career out of it.
I mean, fully, but I mean,
he did that 2 routes.
if you're gonna look at DJ Metcalf and say you're the next Randy Moss,
yeah, right,
you do a lot better than me at what we're doing here.
I feel you. Speaking of the draft, let's stay on this topic real quick, man, and then we'll go ahead and wrap everything up.
Before that, can I ask one question?
Yeah.
Okay, I got a serious question here for you. Would you for the Oakland Raiders?
Okay,
we had a big discussion about this.
Okay,
I want to know how you feel about this. Now they didn't pay Khalil Mack. They ended up getting rid of Khalil Mack.
Yes.
They got rid of Amari Cooper. They didn't pay Amari Cooper. In return, they do have two first round picks. They were able to sign multiple people this offseason.
They got 3.
They have 3 first round picks in it.
They got Dallas, they got Chicago, and they got their own.
Okay.
Yes.
So 3 first round picks. They didn't have to give up any of them for Antonio Brown.
Which is crazy. What, 3rd and a 5th, I think?
Yeah.
And a restructured contract.
They got a new offensive lineman, a new safety, and those 3 picks. Now, do you feel like, looking at the spectrum of everything, of how Khalil Mack got paid, all that stuff, do you feel like right now, which one was better? Would you rather have still had Amari Cooper and Khalil Mack, or would you rather have the potential of the future of a 3 first round picks plus the tackle plus Antonio Brown plus the safety?
An excellent question.
We had a discussion about this last
I know.
week.
I think last year they had cap space issues, and I mean, Khalil Mack would be the focus. I would have tried to do anything in my power to keep Khalil Mack, because we've seen how much he turned around Chicago like this year. Like they were a defensive strong team. But as to your point, giving up Amari Cooper and Khalil Mack, I don't think they were going anywhere fast. I think their time with Oakland had grown stale, and it was probably for the best. I think they got a good investment. It may not have made sense immediately, and right. Last year, like,
both moves looked stupid immediately.
They did at first, absolutely. They looked like garbage, but the return they got on them was fair, really good.
Yeah.
Jon Gruden is what he's doing, and this is what I think he's doing. Like I said, it looked like crap last year, but he's doing what he has to do. He's stripping the team down, and he's acquiring the capital, and the draft picks to build a team that he wants to go, like his team. You know what I mean? Which is important. We've seen it with Kirk Cousins in Washington. Like he played with a team that was built for RG3, not with a team that was built for him. And for that reason, Kirk Cousins did not succeed in Washington. They did not play to his strengths. With this move, there's stripping down the team, breaking it down. Gruden's in for 10 years.
Yeah,
like that's guaranteed money. He's going to be around for a while, and if you're going to do it, you might as well play with your players, not what the last regime, had, which they weren't. They were bad picks. Like I like Jack Del Rio's, run with Oakland, but and they were a really good team like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
After Derek Carr got hurt and all that went down. But I like what he's doing to strip it down. I like the new direction of the team. What I am worried about, though, with Oakland, what does concern me, Antonio Brown, quality player. And then you got Burfict in the locker room as well now.
Yeah.
That dynamic is scary because they hate each other. They absolutely hate each other.
Well, enemy of my enemy is my friend.
But when somebody knock you out, man, you hold a grudge against that.
Dude, it's been going back and forth for years. Like Burfitt's a talented player, but he's like a guaranteed penalty a game. Like it's what he's averaging.
That is true.
Guaranteed penalty a game.
A guaranteed unnecessary roughness.
Yeah,
penalty.
For no reason. And
it's not like just.
But you put him and Antonio Brown, like that ain't gonna. It's not gonna work. Like I can already see day one of camp.
But you got to think they talked to him, right?
What's that?
You got to think they talked to Antonio Brown before
about it
signing.
Antonio Brown
said like that, right?
Antonio Brown said on Twitter that he called Burfict and they talked it out.
Oh, did they?
He said everything is cool.
That's
via Twitter.
Okay, that's fair.
We'll see.
That's fair. I do worry about that. That dynamic. It's It's crazy how going from going from opposing teams in a division to on the same team changes stuff. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to. I mean, I would probably accept an apology or do something like that, but I don't. It'd be hard for me to get over the fact that some dude intentionally, like maybe not intentionally, but laid me out. It took me
intentional.
Huh?
That was intentional.
Oh, is it 100% intentional?
Yeah,
and then when Burfict got laid out by Juju, it was you can hear him in the background yelling
Right.
karma, and
Right.
it's like that's not good.
Yeah, that's bad blood. But I mean, they're teammates now.
Yeah,
And Burfict kind of fits like the Raiders' mystique. You know,
their aura about them.
Yeah,
Yes, he does.
like the whole black hole, and we're the bad boys, and we're gonna punch you in the mouth, and you know what I mean, like. So, but to your sentiment though, to what Jon Gruden is doing, Ed, to your sentiment as well. You did acquire these picks, and you're rebuilding this team. Now, my thing with Jon Gruden is he is not known as a coach to be a player developer. You look at the teams that he's been on, his first stint with the Oakland Raiders, that team was already established. They added in a couple of key veterans.
True.
And then, they became decent. He went to Tampa Bay. That team was already built up by Tony Dungy.
Yes.
Who was one of the best player developers.
Oh,
and a head
100%.
coach. And you're a Colts fan.
Oh, yeah.
know.
I can attest to that.
So that's my thing with Jon Gruden. He may got all these picks, and he may be rebuilding the Oakland Raiders and soon to be Las Vegas Raiders. But I don't trust him as my coach to draft players, develop them, and turn this team into a championship team. That's my only thing with that. Now, when you have players, when you have a generational, you don't see Khalil Mack every decade. Like, he's a once in a generation player. When he can single handedly blow up an offense,
Dude, when I did highlights on my podcast, like the good chunk of it were Khalil Mack one just running through like 1-2 defenders and sacking the quarterback, getting the strip sack, and he's so good. Like I said, I think a fresh start is needed for people. It really does. Players, toxic stuff. Antonio Brown wanted to get out of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell wanted to get out of Pittsburgh. I don't know what went on in the locker room. I don't want to attest to it. I know what I've seen on field, like some of the antics, like they rub me the wrong way. Given these diva auras and whatnot, and we've seen a lot of really talented but diva-esque wide receivers not win championships too, which is a good point.
Ed makes an excellent point where he says that you really don't see like wide receivers really make that big of a difference on championship teams. Like,
no,
you never seen like a receiver come there, like a superstar wide receiver. You said like top 5 paid or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then come in and then that team wins a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, one of the greats. I think he was more of a kind of a diva, like the first of it, like Randy Moss, one of the all-time greats, and he doesn't have a Super Bowl ring.
Right.
Chad Ochocinco, Terrell Owens are all perfect examples of these amazing, high-paid, high-regarded Hall of Fame, and not a single ring.
And that's the thing, like wide receiver, like you list your top 5 wide receivers of all time, and then like probably Jerry Rice got a Super Bowl rings.
Jerry Rice, yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jerry Rice, you got Terrell Owens, no. Randy Moss, no. Calvin Johnson, no.
Yeah, Calvin Johnson. He was a good one, but he was smart and got out of Detroit.
Even fucking Larry Fitzgerald. Yeah. Larry Fitzgerald.
He got to one, but they lost.
You know what I'm saying? So they'll get to one, but it's just like, and it's different factors to it, obviously.
Oh, there's so many.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
but that's what I mean. A wide receiver can't hold the fate of a franchise in their hands,
right?
No,
and I feel like that's one of the things that kind of makes it so like, all right, yeah, we have a great receiver, blah blah blah. It'll get the butts in the seats, but does it necessarily get you a championship?
Right.
That's the main thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're paying top dollar for a wide receiver, really good wide receiver, there's not a whole lot of capital for the other pieces. You know what I mean? Larry Fitzgerald's is a perfect example, and he's not like a greedy dude. He gets a fair share.
He's the ultimate pro.
He is the ultimate pro. Doesn't say a word. Does not complain. I've never heard that man complain. I've never heard a bad story about him or his character. But look at the list of quarterbacks he's played with. It is, aside from Kurt Warner, Carson Palmer did have a good run.
Matt Leinart.
Like, come on. Just bad. And he got, this past season he had Josh Rosen. Who knows what Arizona's going to do in the draft? We don't know. It'll only benefit, but I mean, unfortunately, I don't see, unless Larry Fitzgerald moves on, but he's been extremely faithful to the Arizona Cardinals franchise. I don't see him winning a ring, and I think he's okay with that though too.
Yeah. Yeah, Larry Fitzgerald, like he might be my maybe second or third favorite receiver of all time. And
Total class act.
Yeah, this kind of sucks that he probably won't ever get a Super Bowl ring,
Yeah.
but it's kind of is what it is,
All right, so since the infamous Randy Moss loss in the Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
Since then, there has not been a top 10 receiver in the league to make a Super Bowl.
Really?
Like Baltimore, San Francisco, Seattle, Denver, New England.
Hold on. Denver. Demaryius Thomas, I think, was a top 10 receiver that year. Just saying. Go ahead. Was he not?
Carolina, Philly, Atlanta had one.
Alshon
we
Jeffrey
lost that
and
one.
Julio Jones.
So Atlanta had one.
There's three of them in there.
Alshon Jeffrey, top 10 receiver.
Yeah. Let's off some receivers.
Alshon Jeffrey is a top 10 receiver.
Let's off some receivers, and when we get to it, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Want me to start?
Yeah, start.
Okay. Hopkins.
Okay. Nuke. Antonio Brown.
OBJ. Julio. Malcolm Thomas. Michael Thomas, excuse me.
Oh, Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have 5.
T.Y.? Will
T.Y. does
be
have
top
a
10?
ring.
No, we're just saying
Oh,
top
just
10.
top 10?
Is T.Y. better than Alshon?
Yes.
You think
Hell
so?
yeah.
Oh, I would attest to that, and that's not just bias. I mean, you see when he's healthy, man, the numbers he puts up on teams, it's insane. He's been Andrew Luck's most dependable target throughout the entire tenure with the Colts. I would argue that T.Y. is a top 10 wide receiver.
I respect that. I respect that. Okay, so we put T.Y. in there.
Yeah.
Who else?
Alshon, baby.
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
And Alshon had a fucking crazy Super Bowl against the Patriots. He balled the fuck out. Alshon's a top 10 receiver.
I haven't thought about receivers in a long time.
Because Alshon's a top 10 receiver.
He is not doing that, bro.
He is.
Wilding.
He better than Landry. He better than Jarvis Landry.
Landry's a slot receiver, though.
He's a better receiver than him. He's better than any receiver the Patriots got.
A lot of receivers are better than anybody the Patriots got. Name a Patriots receiver outside of Julian Edelman.
Shit.
that shit hurt it.
And that's crazy. Those motherfuckers is always in the Super Bowl. That shit is crazy. Damn.
But yeah, man. My whole take on all these teams and stuff, man, is just that like as far as that whole thing is that it's hard to invest so much money into one player, and I really don't understand the logic of. I understand, someone's had to be the highest paid. I understand that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Get your money.
The top 6. Well, what they say, the top 6 paid quarterbacks, none of them made the playoffs.
No, last year they did not.
The playoffs.
Ryan, Stafford, Rodgers. I think there are a few others.
Yeah, the top 6 did not make it though. Did not make it.
That's crazy.
So now, if you think about it, now these defensive linemen are starting to catch quarterback money.
Yeah,
but you got to think about what teams they're on. So it's another attest to that Raiders Bears trade, because now Khalil Mack is getting quarterback money. Mitch Trubisky don't got to get paid for another 3 years.
Right.
When he has to get paid, they're going to be stuck. Stuck.
They're in a hole, yeah.
The Rams gave Aaron Donald quarterback money. That's fine. Jared Goff don't get paid for another 2 years. When he gets paid, they're going to be stuck. It's just, when one player, in the NFL, the cap is basically the same as NBA, but the NBA is only paying 13 or 15 players. They're paying 53.
Yes.
That's one player is taking up 22% of your cap space. That is insane.
But the way teams are being built nowadays is get a young quarterback on his rookie deal and build around
4
him
years
and hope that he can become a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
So you've seen it, like you said, with the Seahawks. You've seen it. Well, you try to see it with what the Rams are trying to do right now. is Oakland going to try to do the same thing? Because I don't think Derek Carr is going to be their quarterback of the future.
Plus, I mean, Eagles winning the championship.
Yeah,
Wentz is still on a rookie contract.
Right.
And Foles, they brought him for
this
dirt
is
cheap.
last year, though, isn't it?
Yeah, just last year.
Well,